ashamed to this day what I had on when she hired me. Because I think I came in maybe for an application and she was available and she just wanted to talk to me and whatever. And I think she maybe hired me that day, but I had on shorts and a t-shirt. I think it was a blue t-shirt and blue shorts. Oh, good, you don't remember. I still worry about that to this day. But anyway, you know, 4 words that come to mind when I think about Marge. The first one is wisdom. You know, we have all gained so much wisdom from her as in healthcare, as well as, you know, with our lives outside of healthcare. And patience. I mean, do you know anybody more patient than Marge? You know, I always was wondering a lot of times when she would have this pause, what she was really thinking. I know there was a lot going on inside of that head, but she always made time to talk to someone. I never saw her or heard her say, I don't have time. She was always the first one to get here and the last one to leave. Her kindness and compassion. I mean, all you have to do is look at her. She looks kind. I mean, she is so kind. And the last thing is fearless. I really think that she's someone that there was not much she feared. If she did, she hid it well. She was not afraid to, or she is not afraid to go head to head with any project, any physician, anyone. And, you know, she always handled that. The only thing that I know that she truly is afraid of is a mouse. I'm not kidding you. I never saw a mouse cross her path, but you don't know how often I wanted to buy a rubber mouse. And Susie and I would even talk about it. We wanted to put it in a drawer. And I even made one time out of the lint from a dryer. So that makes the best mouse, because when you pull open a drawer, it moves, you know. And I thought about doing that just to hear her scream a little bit. But I still thought about it last night. Anyway, one of the things I think Marge is famous for here, and one of our former employees coined the phrase, the ivory tower, after, you know, Marge. She, because, you know, everything was always good and it was right and it was handled well, and it was kind of became a joke. Oh, you know, that's coming from the ivory tower. But what I told Robin, I think that since Marge left the nursing office, Diane and I have done our best to tarnish that ivory tower. I'm not sure we're still ivory anymore. Or tan. Okay. You know, she's been probably, in 2 words, what Marge has been to us is a mother and a mentor. So I'm going to cry. That damn song. All right.
Mayor Herbert would like to come up and say a couple of words about Marge. Mayor Gary Herbert.
That's tough acts to follow. No singing and speeches. You know, got a little plaque along here, but you know, this is more than just a plaque or a little gift. It's a sincere appreciation from this community, from your dedication and your commitment to this community, this hospital, and the well-being of the people of this community. You know, I hear understanding, you're satisfied, you've been productive, accomplished a lot over the years, and there's no words that can, you know, exceed that. You know, in a person's life, you look not what you've accomplished, but what you've left behind. And from what I hear and see here, you left a lot behind when you do retire. Just talking to Dave Fry, probably going to be a lot of telephone calls to me you over the next several years. There's a lot of things that you know that a lot of other people don't know. They may take for granted you know it, till the time comes that they really have to make a firm decision. And that's when the phone starts ringing. So you may be gone for a while, but you're not going to be forgotten by the long shot. Marj, I'd like to present this on behalf of the city of Greensburg.
Thank you.
No, always.
Very good. David Fry. David's say a couple words.
I never say just a couple of words.
Ask for money.
You know, what's most interesting to me is that I had the opportunity to be touched both professionally and personally by Marj before I ever worked here, and I don't know if she even realizes that, but in '95, when I worked on the Capitol campaign as a volunteer, I came away from those meetings always thinking, what a lady. And she was always so professional, and I just really enjoyed working with her in that capacity. And then later on, my father had Parkinson's disease. So one night, Marj made the effort to come in and talk to us as we were trying to decide about having a feeding tube put in for him. And that touched our family so much and spoke so highly of who Marj really is and what she does. So thank you for all of that. And then I didn't know that I'd have the opportunity to work with her. So that was even better. But I just wanted you to know that the senior executives and some staff members have gone together to make sure there's a permanent memory here on campus for you by doing a daffodil gift. And there's several dozen daffodils that will actually be planted in your honor. And enough so that we have here on the plaque that will hang in the back lobby, DCMH senior executives and staff in honor of Marj Willer. So.
Oh, thank you. And thank everybody.
Okay, I want to just say a couple things. I really appreciated getting to know Marj and work with Marj. I came here 14 years ago. I had no healthcare experience. I didn't have any idea what goes on in the hospital. But Marj was such a mentor and a role model to me. I don't think I ever told her that, but in the back of my mind, I thought, gee, it'd be nice to be able to manage and be a leader like Marj is. And I've always had the utmost respect for Marj, as I think everybody has. Even years ago, walking around during a Joint Commission survey, watching everybody, oh gosh, here comes Marj. People knew what to do when Marj came around. And one quick funny story, this was just a couple of years ago, but we had a Joint Commission meeting, and I think we were getting ready to do chart audits or something. It didn't have anything to do with me. I don't do patient care, and I got plenty to do. And so I gathered my things, and I'm going to the door to leave. And Marj said, Robin, where are you going? I said, I'm going back to my office. People leave those meetings all the time. I said, I'm going back to my office. And Marj says, we're not done yet. Come back in here. So I did. And I tell you, you know, if Mike or Diane would have said something to me like that, I'd have said, whatever. But I knew better. And so the next year, I sat in the front row right beside Marj every meeting. But anyway, very good. Appreciate everything done, Marj. Linda, would you like to say a few words?
Kathy may have been the first person she hired, but I don't know how many of you know, I was one of the last people that she hired. Probably the last one that she also helped hire was Sean, but I can still remember as I was sitting through my initial on-site interviews here, Marj was part of that interviewing committee, and so she was across the table along with some people from the community, and then Dr. Munkel and Dr. Dodd were there, and so it was kind of like, ooh, these people are going to know that I know what I'm talking about or not with what goes on in a hospital, because they actually work there. But I do appreciate so much what the questions you asked and what you've done for this hospital. Your stamp has been left throughout. You all know how passionate I am about leadership and professionalism, and you really exemplify that. As I've been here for the last 10 months, I can see your imprint on a lot of the staff members here and your leadership of them, which is excellent. And all I can say is I hope that when I come to this place where I'm retiring from my career, I've left the lasting legacy that you've left on this institution and the people that you've brought in here and worked with. So thank you.
Anybody have anything they want to add? Anybody have any story or something?